Hello everyone, welcome back to Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. In the last part, we did some more castle exploration. We finished up some side quests and such, and in this part we'll be exploring the dark, or the not explored part of the castle, which we now have access to. As you may remember, in a couple of parts ago, we were in this area, but we found out that we couldn't get through this place. But now that we have the Toad Morph, we can, in fact, go through there. So, yeah, you have these imp enemies. I think, yeah, this is the first place you see them, as far as I'm aware. What they do is that they possess your character and make it so that you can't move, and then they sort of control you for a while. It's quite annoying because it's hard to sort of avoid their attack. Here we have an HP max up, placed in a very devious sort of place, because the chances are that you'll be hit by the spikes. And here we have Gaibon, which is an enemy that has been in it's been in some of the 2D linear Castlevania games. I think it was in Dracula X. Here we have Slogra as well. Fun fact, in Castlevania X, or Castlevania Rondo of Blood, I think, you had both Gaibon and Slogra as sort of working together as a boss. In this game, you just see them as normal enemies, which, you know, it's quite interesting. Slogra and Gaibon also appeared as a boss in Symphony of the Night, which, you know, it's nice to bring it back. I would have liked to see them do the whole teamwork thing between Slogra and Gaibon. Like they did in both Symphony of the Night and Dracula X, or Rondo of Blood. Here we have flying armors again. This is another, I think it's sort of a, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a nod to Symphony of the Night, but in Symphony of the Night you would find flying armors in the clock tower. If I don't remember wrongly, of course, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. And otherwise, the clock tower, as always, is a very dickish area with lots of enemies that are hard to dodge. Lots of enemies that fly around, so that you have to mess around with jumping and stuff. Platforming is especially hard in the clock tower area, even though in this game it's called the Tower of Death, which, whatever. I'll call it the clock tower because it's very reminiscent of the clock tower. Here we have another Slogra and Gaibon. And yeah, at least now we see them together, but I would have liked to see them, because what they do in the other games is that you see Gaibon carrying Slogra and sort of like dropping Slogra on you, which is, I think that's very neat. I would like to see something like that. Unfortunately, that's not what we get for this game, but I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. And here we have a boss door. We'll actually be facing off this boss right now. Well, obviously, I mean, video length is much longer than it's usually known. And the boss in question is Death. I'm going to let you read the cutscene stuff. Anyways, Death is one of the hardest bosses in this game. He has a lot of, well, I mean, the room you fight him in is quite narrow, and he has a lot of attacks that cover a lot of the screen. Like this one, where he uses his scythe to sort of roam around the room, and then he has a bunch of small projectiles that home in on you. Mostly stuff like that. He does have a lot more attacks. He can just slash with his scythe, like that. Right here, I forgot the gimmick of Death, but the gimmick with the Death boss battle is that when he's in his normal color scheme, like this one where he's all black, dark blue, he's weak to magic attacks, whereas when he's well, you'll see. When he changes color, he'll be weak to physical attacks and, you know, stuff that Jonathan does. Of course, the magic I'm using, Spirit of Light, with Charlotte, isn't very effective when he does that attack because it homes in on the closest enemy and they count the chains as enemies. You can break the chains to cancel his attack prematurely, but they take a lot of damage, so you're better off, you know, just sort of... Yeah, you're better off attacking, you know, Death instead and trying to dodge the giant scythe. And I guess I died. So here's a Death montage. New attack. and that was the Death montage. The first song that played was Vampire Killer from the Castlevania Harmony of Disorder soundtrack. It's quite good. The second song that was playing was from the game Snapshot. I don't know, I just wanted to put in something a bit more contrasting with the high octane powered rock music. This here is an attack that's new. You probably saw it during the montage, but what happens is that he'll try to grab you with his chain arms, and you're basically dead if you do not break them. You can use the partner call-in button to call in either Jonathan or Charlotte. With Jonathan, just calling him in should be enough, because his attack power should be strong enough to destroy the chains in time. With Charlotte, the best bet is to use magic of some sort, because her attack power is not high enough to just sort of destroy the chains in time. Another fun fact is that the clock in the background here actually uses the time of your DS system, which I think is pretty funny actually. In my case, it uses my computer clock, but still, it's all the same really. As you can see here, Jonathan does do a lot more damage to the chains and manages to break them off before Death has a chance to start spinning around you and then, you know, slashing through your body. And there I am, accidentally ate some rotten food, which reduced my HP to 1. I was under the impression that eating rotten food could have a chance of healing you, but it doesn't really matter, because now Death is dead. I think that's inaccurate. I'm not. Is that accurate? I don't know. Point is, we beat off, or we destroyed Death, so whatever. And now that we've taken out one of the most annoying bosses in the game, we're free to move on. This here is the Master's Keep, as you saw. It is the last area of Dracula's castle. It has some of the strongest enemies in the game, unless you count like bosses and stuff. But yeah, we won't be checking that out just yet. I'll be trying to collect these items that are in between these elevator things. I mean, you gotta think, for such like an ancient castle, it sure has some pretty advanced technology. I mean, elevators and you know, stuff like that. But then again, you also have like water wheels and stuff, which is definitely more ancient. But yeah, the puzzle here is that the elevator has two like spots that you can go into. And you have to get out of you have to get out at certain spots to get certain items. There's not really much more to say about that. Now we'll be going into the Master's Keep, and I'll be showing off some of that. There we had the succubus enemy, which I've been talking about like ever since the first couple of parts. And we also have a Malachi, which we did see in the Forest of Doom. So you know, they're basically just like giving you all the toughest enemies with a lot of HP, a lot of attack power, just like throwing them into, you know, this final area of the castle. Of course, it's not the final painting world, but just the final explorable area of Dracula's castle, which we do still have quite a few painting worlds to go through. Here we have the Spin Devils and the Dead Crusaders. The Dead Crusaders are kind of a pain in the ass, if you ask me. Because if you try to attack them up from close, they will guard. And you need to use like some long-range weapons, or, you know, ranged weapons in general to actually do damage to them. Or you can attack them from above, or, you know, stuff like that. But if you try to attack them head on, they will just guard everything. Here we have a the sort of upgraded version of the Great Armor, the Final Guard. It's one of the toughest enemies because they do a lot of damage, and they also only take 1 damage per hit. It doesn't matter at all whether or not you are using like as you saw there, they are resistant to everything. So, but they only have a 50 HP, which is good. So, or good and good. It's like basically an enemy that's like, oh, it takes 50 hits. That's it. And you know, you can use some weapons and stuff that do a lot of damage. But enough about that. This is the end of the video, obviously. Thanks for watching. If you like it, leave a like. If you dislike it, leave a dislike and a comment. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.